I've decided to do a couple of series of clips. The reason being that in this day and age, I don't believe that you know anything about the occult. It's not to say that I take people as being stupid or anything like that. It's just that the internet now has so much corrupted occult knowledge, which has been corrupted, flawed, sabotaged, and in fact has been written by people who are crackers. But the reason why I want to put forward these clips is because I am fed up with people being ripped off. People are paying good money for something that just does not work. I watch on the TV with the TV psychics, and people ring up or they leave messages, because rarely does a call go live to air. Somebody wants to speak to their dead father, has he got any messages? And when you consider that the TV psychics charge about $5 a minute, you can't say it's value for money, because there is no way to verify that the person who the psychic talks to is actually the deceased. And in fact, I suspect in a lot of these cases that the actual deceased are not saying anything, which leads to the question, well, are these psychics just making it all up, or are they talking to something? And I believe that, yes, some of them are making all this stuff up. $5 a minute, that's not a bad earner when you think about it. But I believe that a lot of the messages are not coming from the deceased, but they are coming from what you'd call the jinn. Some people would say, oh, it must be demons. Well, all demons are jinn, but not all jinn are demons. Much in the same way that all dimics are jinn, but not all jinn are dimics. Think of it as a wartime economy. You have people in the front line, but you have to have people in the civilian population who are providing arms, food, and services of communication between the front line and the government. So in this series of clips, I just want to explain a few things and how you can go about communicating with your deceased loved ones. Now, I'm not saying this flippantly. This is a very serious issue. If you undergo anything like this, trying to disturb the dead, it could corrode you. It is not an easy thing. And when I look at the people, especially on the internet, who claim to be necromancers, I don't see anything that is actual necromancy. More than likely they are being told by the jinn or jinni, singular, about things that the now deceased did in their life. Because you cannot see the jinn, but they can see you and they can observe you. So whether you got TV psychics, radio psychics, and all manner of people whether they've made some sort of arrangement with a genie or what was termed a familiar spirit. They're all jinn. If they're not angels, they're not humans, they're jinn. Simple. And I want to put forward things I believe that will make it possible for you to communicate with your dead relatives, or your dead loved ones. But as I said, this is not something you should do flippantly because there's nothing good on TV. It requires an amount of dedication. You can only ask basic questions and you can only get basic answers. This idea that you sit around and muse about the good old days, that's not relevant, because remember, when someone dies, their outside communications with the world as we know it cease. They get no information. They can only fall back on their memories. So asking them for opinions about who's going to win the soccer match or something, that's no. So this is a very serious issue. And I want to explain that things have changed now, regarding existence. We've got this earth, which is claimed by both the tree of life and the tree of death. The way things stand now, it is firmly in the tree of death. Not absolute, but pretty firm. So we will be seeing a whole lot of things happening here. Most people won't care. All they care about is getting easy money and getting their dick sucked. That's it. And you can just turn on the TV and see the sort of shows which basically were designed to cater to stupid people. And indeed we see the corruption, in governments all around the world. And people just, that's how it goes. What are you going to do? Well, I want to show you things you can do. So, I want to deal with the issue of necromancy. That is, you want to communicate with a loved one who has died because there was an important question you never got to ask and you never got an answer for. And I don't charge you $5 a minute. Now, we all know there are a heap of evil people who deserve to be in hell. Remember, Judgment Day has not occurred yet. So, we'll look at the necromancy, I suppose you'd say, method of communicating with the dead to see if we can really give these people a kick in it. Just because they're dead, you've got the likes of politicians and other bastards. You think, oh well, when I die, that's it, no retribution. Let's see if we can do something about that. And I want to bring up the issue of exorcism. Now, people have the general idea that exorcism is the sole property of the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church, now and again, likes to say it's recruiting exorcists. And I like to say they haven't got enough exorcists. And of course it's everybody else's fault but them. But you have to look at the fact that the Catholic Church only recruits exorcists from within the Catholic Church, from the priesthood. And Pope Francis likes to say, I'm fighting demons. He's been going on for this for about 2 years. And how many exorcists has he produced? As far as I know, none. You know, as you know, I don't particularly want to declare it, but as much as this earth in this world is no longer Malkuth in Assiah, but instead is Lilith in Tohu, you know, the believers in the one God, the one true God, his name is Jehovah, praise be upon him, praise be upon his name, and praise be upon his being. Praise be upon his unity, which is one. We are in an occupied existence, and it goes a bit further than that, because the tree of death has nominally 2 rulers in this Sephra of Formil, that being the Satan and that being Moloch. Now the Satan is a title which is held by Lucifer, or again, as I don't particularly want to say, was held by Lucifer. Moloch is the Satan. Moloch is psychotic, and this would explain the behaviour we see in the world today. Turn on the TV and people will convince you, unless you're crazy, you must be mad. So I will deal with these things, and I don't care who I offend. And if you know, want to say it's all a load of crap what I say, that's your choice. Be it on your own head. I don't care. It's nothing to do with me. Your life is your life. And I'm not asking for $5 a minute. So, stay tuned.